Shalom, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, and double honors to the apostles and the bishops and brothers on down at Great Millstone, where the truth come from. Salutations to the elect. This is your brother Ra'ai Banyamia here to share the lesson. And to start the lesson off, we're going to begin with the book of Matthew, chapter 24. I'm going to read from verse 3 on down a little bit. And it says, "And as he sat," which is Yahushai, "upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And when shall the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushai answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many." And we are in those times now. We see that with these different, groups breaking down the scriptures wrongfully, right? Whether they're doing it ignorantly or they are paid, agents to do so. Verse 6, and it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, right? See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Only the elect would not be troubled because they have the word, the wisdom that is going to keep them. And the scripture says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times," right? The elect is going to be stable during these tumultuous times, right? We are in a time of war. You all hear these different skirmishes between Ukraine and Slovakia and Russia and Israel and Iran, China, Taiwan, and Taiwan, all these things are happening. Verse 7, is the point. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences, all right, and earthquakes in diverse places upon the earth. All right, so pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places upon the earth. Per the article, it says, the only thing I don't like about this website is that they post a lot of the ads, man, so kind of like block the screen a lot. It says a superbug that causes rapid death may be in New York State. And the title of this lesson is "The Diseases of Egypt, Sore Illnesses, and of Long Continuance Are Coming," right? Long diseases, right? Soreness, like the MPOX. Soon we wouldn't even be able to say these things, like how we had to use, wisdom during the C19 time, right? So soreness, right? Sore sicknesses, right? The pox, right? Long continuous, right? Because things like HIV and all of that is not written in the scriptures. So sicknesses and long diseases are coming, and it's going to continue to get worse. The article, let me see who is posted by Bobby Welber. It writes, "A drug-resistant superbug that causes a quick death even in healthy people has made its way to the United States." Now remember, during the C19, they said that first it was elderly people that was pre-exposed to having the C19. Then after the elderly people, they switched it to the 12 tribes, and they called them, I remember seeing a report where the woman, she called them all by name: the Negroes, the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And then it pretty much stuck on them until the end. People who have underlying health conditions, hypertension, diabetic, pre-diabetic, anemic, asthmatic, so on and so forth. So you can clearly see also, on a side note, how Jacob's trouble could come in. It's not only through civil war, but they could use the sickness as an ingredient also to add that extra spice of chaos, that chaotic spice. Alright? Scripture say that Esau, he prescribes these things upon his bed. He don't sleep until he causes them to fall. So I could also see how this would use to you know what I mean, to show Jake in a more negative light. And people in this country are stupid, so they will believe anything that is pushed out on a continuous and an intensely basis. It says health officials are sounding the alarm about the hyper-virulent Klebsiella pneumoniae, if I'm pronouncing that right. It says the World Health Organization warns about the superbug. Before I continue reading it, I want to visit the book of Jeremiah, chapter 21. And verse 6, and it says, and I will smite the inhabitants of the city, both man and beast, and they shall die of great pestilence. Right? As you all know, they had the scare with the chickens, the cows, were getting sick, the plants. Now they're saying that people who drink plant-based milk, they suffer the almonds in it, is getting listeria. So there's pestilences on every side, man. So this sickness is gonna catch a lot of people off guard. During the time of the C19, man, a lot of the reports, were fake. Not, you would speak to at least 10 people and they said that they didn't have any relatives or know anyone with relatives that got sick. But this one, people say they're not gonna take it really seriously because of all the lies and the manipulation that was done, during the 2020 incident. But this one, it would be more personal. The deaths would be personal and close, right? Where they cannot deny that it would be fake, and it would be the judgment hand of the Lord, that's going out prescribing death upon these people. This is Ezekiel 7 and 15. It says, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall overcome him. Right? So more sicknesses and more, diseases are coming upon Babylon. The scriptures are not lying. It is not lying. One more. Ezekiel chapter 14 and verse 19. Or if I send a pestilence into that land and pour out my fury upon it in blood to cut off from it man and beast. So a lot of people is going to be killed, man. A lot of animals, especially you people that have these dogs and these cats sleeping on these beds with y'all, they're going to get sick, and you are going to get sick. Let's go back into the articles. It's kind of short. Says the World Organization warns about the superbug. The World Health Organization, who confirmed the superbug has been found in 16 countries, including the United States. So you still have the C19 out there. They're talking about the MPOX and now the superbug. So it's like a concoction of different sicknesses out there. You understand? So they're going to make sure they hit you all on every side. You all are not going to have any comfort no matter where you all turn, man. Concluding the article, it says, for all the news that has in violation. Okay. Going down, it says infections caused by HVKP are associated with a high morbidity and mortality, as well as high pathogenic and limited antibiotic choices. So what do you think? Can they use this to usher in the use of the MOTB? We had the solution for help because it says limited antibiotic choices. Alright? Would they use the MOTB as the ultimate choice where nothing else fails? Right? To help bring in this new world order? The World Health Organization states drug-resistant bacteria. According to the WHO, there are very limited antimicrobial treatment options. Adding the superbug has the capacity to generate outbreaks. So, you know what I mean? And now they're saying it's not only through sexual contact, but, you know what I mean, it's with touch. So who knows, man? We just have to wait and see and pray that the Most High have mercy, upon us. It says the WHO didn't say where in the United States HVKP has been found. Superbug kills quickly even in people. It says Life Science says this superbug is a drug-resistant bacteria that can cause rapidly progressing deadly infections even in people with healthy immune systems. Yeah, just like with the C19, like I said, first they started with elderly, the blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians with underlying conditions, and then even healthy people were getting it. Same thing with this. Alright, Lord says that He's going to send famine and pestilence throughout all the land. Not only some people is going to get it, some ain't. A lot of people is going to die from this. It says the hyper virulence exhibited by certain strains of K. pneumoniae is a recipe for increased morbidity and mortality from this bacterium. Dr. Amish Adalja, a senior scholar at the Johns Hopkins University Center for Health Security, said. And then they go into various ways to help boost, the immune system. But our true help will only come from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Closing all, this is Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. I'm going to read verse 58. And the Lord has prescribed these sicknesses, these diseases, these curses upon Israel, upon us, for our disobedience unto Him, for sinning, for committing iniquity, and for worshipping idols, and not our true power, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. But He's also going to use it to affect Amalek, that is here, Esau Edom, that is here, right, Elam, and these other nations. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that is written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy God, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, then the Lord will make, our power will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, thy children, generations, even great plagues, and of long continuous, your long continuous diseases, HIVs, AIDS, right? Diabetic, that is long continuous as well. Long diseases, man. Right, long continuous, and sore sickness, and of long continuance. Moreover, He will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. So we didn't see anything yet, man. This is why, we need to fear the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, right? And only through him shall we be saved, man. So Lord willing, this inject additional amount of fear in you to get you to pray more, to read more, fast more, right? To offend less, and to consider, your actions throughout the day, how it's gonna affect your salvation in these last days. So Lord willing, this quick lesson was edifying unto elect, and I'll tell you next time. Shalom.